fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mayfield on play action. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Hassan Reddick make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action. Mayfield. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Chandler Jones in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
First down 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Carr. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now it's 3rd and 3. Play action. It's Carr. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, they had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future, and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
Following the interception, Mayfield. They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the Raiders' 43-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, L.A. Vincent Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
The extra point by Gain is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Hunter Renfrow to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And got his man complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Christian Kirk with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and a big sack at that. This remains a 1-point game. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Mayfield off the play fake. And this one complete to Smith. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's the gain of 4.
To throw, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And a short gain down to about the 33. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. The Rams at 500 at 6-6. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And Gay knocks this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he commits on field goal there.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players, guys. You make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Carr to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And the Rams are going to have it here just past the 25.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A run with Jacobs there on first down, but he'll manage only a yard or two at best. Second down coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mayfield. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
On third down, Mayfield. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Mayfield looks to throw. But he's got Smith here. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield. He's going to find Atwell open downfield. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Mayfield on first down. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
That's caught. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Raiders pick it up. And a short return to the 6-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety.
Normally we think about big swings and scores before a half. We think offense, but this time their defense made the play. Instant pressure off the snap, and they weren't going to let him find a way to escape.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Fielded at the 20. Shoves him away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Throwing on second and long. Mayfield. And the pressure gets to him again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Returning is Peppers, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot here before half for Carr. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this, or that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And he's got his target, Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Smith, the man in motion left. Mayfield now from the 50. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Jacobs going to try the middle, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll run right here with Jacobs.
The credit the tackle to Juan Thornhill. The vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And sometimes all your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed.
Now Mayfield lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back. Because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Josh Jacobs, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have retaken a third-quarter lead.
It's a run with Akers. And he will find the end zone here. The lead moves up to 7. And a couple yards for the two-point try. They go to the ground game and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give a little bit of credit. Able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now Mayfield. And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
Mayfield on the keeper. A fumble on the play.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. Open man is Atwell, complete.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away, trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
We haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy. Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. On play action, it's Carr. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Carr. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception. And I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but works in clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. This one, no doubt, important for Matt Gay. This to make it a 2-score game. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Tim Allen seeing to make the road back a lot more difficult.
There's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Carr. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. But probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Will they give him what again, Charles? 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force 1 more play before the 2-minute warning. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. 2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly anything comes trying to solve this one.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And the Rams got it. They bring it down.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10.
Now Carr lets this go for Renfro downfield.
And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Shot here on the ground. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Here we go on 4th down.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. So the